HobbyMomTV. Let's dive right into making the necklace. I'm going to make it 17 inches in length on my board, and I'm going to take my first piece and basically start right at 0, which is the bottom of the necklace. And I like to frame my necklace with usually something different, with a different type of stone. Make sure to do what you do to one side, you do to the other, so the sides match and that they're nice and even as you're going along. That way they're not crooked by the time you get to the end of the necklace where the clasp goes. So I'm at the end, and now I'm going to start to get my wire. Since it's 17 inches, I'm going to multiply that by 2, which is 35 inches in length for my wire. And I like to add on an inch or two just for safe measure. I'm going to cut it right at that mark. This is a jumper ring. Basically, this connects the clasp and just makes the necklace lay nicely around your neck. I'm going to take a pair of pliers, any type is fine, and another pair of pliers. You can see that they're different, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to pull one toward me and one away from me, so it kind of looks like a shape S. You're not going to pull them out. That will ruin your jumper ring and make it very weak. Then I'm going to go ahead and slide my clasp onto this jumper ring, and then I'm going to take my pliers and move them back into place. Pull one side toward me and one side away from me. That closes the clasp jumper ring. This is a crimp bead, and this is what's going to help hold our necklace together. You're going to go ahead and thread it through onto your wire, hold it, and then put your jumper ring on. Now thread the end of the wire through that crimper bead, and I like to go ahead for safe measure also like to add a second crimper bead. I weave it through the other end. But in the meantime, go ahead and crimp that bead down. You can use 1 or 2, that's up to you. And you're going to have a little tail at the end. I'll tell you what to do with that tail in just a moment. You have a couple options. Here's my second crimper bead that I'm crimping, and notice that it's frayed here on the other end, so I'm going to go ahead and snip it. That way it goes on. All the beads go on real smooth when I start beading it, and you're going to start at the very end and you're going to work on one side only, all the way until you get to the other end. Now notice, I'm taking my tail and trying to weave it through, but it's just too thick for my little beads. So that's okay. I'm going to leave that tail out, as you can see. It's going to be sticking out a bit, and we'll go ahead and cut that off later. I'm going to continue beading. And now I get to the end. Notice that it's not quite aligned up, so I need to add a couple more beads. No big deal. Make sure that the end is not crooked and everything is looking where it should. And I just need to add a couple more beads so that it's straight and not crooked. There's my extra beads. And then you're going to add your crimper beads. So I'm going to add 2. I just like to do that, especially for long necklaces that are heavy. I'm just weaving them through, and this helps make your necklace stronger by having these 2 crimper beads. I'm going to crimp them, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut off that long tail on both sides. There it is. Personally, I prefer magnets just because they're so much easier. Now, if you want to give it away as a gift, go ahead and put it in a cute little gift bag, but I decided to keep mine because I have a pair of shoes that they match perfect with. So I kept the necklace and bracelet. Here are some other ideas for inspiration and necklaces that I've made, just a few of them. Be sure to like, give a thumbs up, and subscribe so you won't miss another fun DIY. Thanks for watching. I'm Hobby Mom, and I'll see you on the next DIY.